now to the drama unfolding on the high seas, where pirates are still holding a cargo ship captain hostage in a lifeboat 300 miles off the coast of Africa. ABC senior foreign affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz has been tracking the story all night and has breaking news, new developments, right, Martha?
Robin, that is exactly right, and dramatic developments. We've just learned from 2 U.S. officials that the American captain held hostage tried to escape last night by jumping out of the lifeboat. He didn't get far. He was recaptured by the pirates and is now back in that lifeboat.
For the 3rd day now, the captain of the Alabama is floating in a lifeboat just like this one. Only 28 feet long, it could hold 76 passengers, but the one now off Somalia's coast is holding 4 gun-toting pirates and 1 hostage, Richard Phillips. In Underhill, Vermont, neighbors hung yellow ribbons on the trees outside Captain Phillips's home while he waits in that small lifeboat.
I think he's coping. Knowing Richard, I think he's a smart guy and he's in control.
The pirates used the captain's radio to demand fuel, food, and radio batteries. The Navy did deliver food and batteries so they can keep talking to the pirates under the guidance of FBI negotiators.
They're like trapped criminals trapped in a bank. The reality of the situation that they're not going to get away.
That reality is clearer this morning with the 2nd Navy warship, a helicopter carrier, which will make it easier to track the pirates if they try to escape. As for the Maersk, Alabama, it is now steaming towards Kenya with 18 heavily armed Navy guards assuring safe passage for the 19 crew members. We spoke briefly to a crew member on board.
My name is Colin Wright. I'm the 3rd mate here. I feel great. I believe my family knows I'm all right.
Colin Wright's family did indeed receive the good news.
I'm really excited to hear the tale straight from the horse's mouth.
U.S. officials say they want this to end peacefully without the use of force. Diane and Robin?
But Martha, that is stunning news about the attempted escape. Do you know anything more about the details or how it affects the negotiations?
The details are just coming in now, but clearly the captain took this into his own hands. That lifeboat, as you know, is covered. There is no bathroom on board, so they have made trips around the lifeboat at certain times, but Captain Phillips apparently jumped off. He is not armed, remember. The 4 pirates are. He really didn't get very far, and they pulled him back inside the lifeboat, and I'm sure they'll be watching him much more carefully now, Diane.
Okay, Martha, thanks to you. Well, our next guest knows firsthand what it is to deal with these pirates. He negotiated the release of his crew of 25 from 5 pirates earlier this year. He's CEO of Industrial Shipping Enterprises Corporation, James Christodoulou. And thank you, Mr. Christodoulou, for being here this morning. This news that the captain tried to escape this morning. In general, when you think about these pirates in this situation, what do you advise?
Well, I think right now everybody's scared and there's a lot of pressure in that situation. And I think what everybody needs to do is decompress a little bit, try and build a rapport with the pirates that are holding the captain now hostage, and be patient. Sometimes these things take time to resolve themselves.
I was struck. Reuters had a report. Apparently they had a conversation with the pirates in which the pirates said, "We're surrounded by warships. We don't have time to talk. Pray for us."
I know that they're bringing a lot of pressure to bear on the pirates, and that may not necessarily be a good thing. Once again, my way of approaching our negotiation, which thank God was successfully resolved, was to decompress. We called the Somalis gentlemen, to get them to act like gentlemen.
Yeah, so when you think about the 28-foot boat,
right,
up against the 510-foot Navy destroyer, you think that would be a show of force that would automatically make for a capitulation, but you say you don't want to panic them.
You don't want to panic them. You don't want to make them feel trapped, because what you want to do is successfully and peacefully resolve this situation.
Okay, let's talk about how you resolved it, because you ended up paying a ransom. And as you know, there are a lot of people out there who say we've got 20,000 ships sailing these seas. It only invites more hostage taking and more payments of ransom.
Sure, and we pined away over that, but our main objective, our only objective, was to secure the safe release of our crew. And I literally would have done anything to make sure that those people got home safely to their families, physically and emotionally intact. I know that the argument is that it spurs more violence and more hijackings, but that's the only way we could solve it.
What happened to the pirates involved in your case?
I don't know. They could very well be on this ship right now.
Well, we know that there is a family this morning waking up with their hearts in their hands.
Sure.
The Phillips family. Anything that you would say to them this morning?
Not just to Captain Phillips' family, but to the families of the more than 300 crew that are also being held in Somalia at this very moment. They need to understand that there are people around the world working 24/7 to make sure that this and every crisis there gets resolved safely and that everybody gets home. So they need to understand that they're not alone. There are a lot of eyes on this.
Yes, you said to us earlier that even if they can't sleep at night, they should know that there are a lot of other people who are not sleeping at night.
I didn't sleep for a lot of months, yeah, that's right. A lot of eyes on this.
Well, again, our thanks for being
My
with us
pleasure.
this
Thanks for having
morning.
me.
And Chris Cuomo is over at the news desk for the other top stories. Chris?